Hey, so it's Smiler from the Lazy Hollywood family, and I'm going to be doing my first review today. The review is going to be on Godzilla Monster Planet, which came out only a few days ago, the 17th of January on Netflix worldwide, but I do believe it came out in Japan November of last year. And I think it's a good one to do. Cause I'm quite an anime and manga lover, so if you think about it, like Japan, what's the two biggest exports they have? Godzilla, anime. This is the first time they've done a Godzilla anime or an animated movie, and I think it was really well done. Like this is like the 32nd film of the Godzilla franchise. Now this is completely different because it's set into the future. It's not like the Matthew Broderick Godzilla, the kick-ass Godzilla guy. It's not Shin. It's nothing like Shin Godzilla, or all them Godzilla verses. It's set into the future, which I like. Now the production team that did this, obviously, if you know, Toho Animation, which are behind the likes of Boku no Hero Academia, Psycho Pass, Akame ga Kill. But the studio that created it was Polygon Pictures, who are behind, let's say, Ghost in the Shell 2, Innocence, Knights of Sidonia, and Arjun and Blame. Now they're Netflix. They're on Netflix. The last two I said. Also, actually, they did Star Wars Clone Wars for Cartoon Networks or Disney XD years back. So that's who they are. But yeah, so as I said, this was the 32nd film of the Godzilla franchise, and it was the first animated one, right? So I'm a little bit of an anime. Well, actually, I'm not a little. I'm a massive anime fan, yeah, and I love my manga too. So let's talk about it. This is like set into the future where basically monsters have arisen, right? All these monsters have all came up into this world, destroyed humanity as we know it, destroyed our buildings, destroyed civilization, yeah? However, Godzilla hadn't shown up at this point, but when Godzilla shows up, he's a Donnie. He wants the planet to himself. So he destroys monsters alike, he destroys the civilization as we know it. So it's like the last few survivors, or not few like few, but a nice population size amount. Well, not 6 billion, more like 1,000. Yeah. So it came like two alien species had like came down. I think one was called like the Exif. Now they wanted to come to Earth to like conform us all into their religious beliefs and everything like that. But the second batch, if I'm correct in saying this, Bulasaludu, they came down, promised and wanted to coexist with us, and the deal was that they would destroy Godzilla. They had this mecha Godzilla, yeah. But however, that failed. So humans had to go up into space, right? So the story kind of takes place with this main guy called Haro Sakaki, and he's like a captain. He's a captain, but like he's a bit of a rebel. Like you describe him as a little bit of a rebel, but he's what's the word I'm looking for? He just wants to get shit done. You could say, yeah. He's very wanting to take the planet back. He wants to fight Godzilla. He's not scared. So humans have obviously been up in space for, I think, 20 years had passed at this point. But they try to like look for a planet that they can go live on. There's nothing there, so they plan on going back to Earth, right? So when they go back to Earth, they had figured 20,000 years had gone past for Godzilla. The whole Earth had changed. The whole atmosphere was completely different. But they send like 600 like soldiers onto Earth. That's when monsters start attacking them, which they're able to defeat. But then some little mini Godzilla comes, right? some little mini Godzilla cams, and starts tearing the place up. But you know what? We're able to fight them. We're able to fight that little baby Godzilla, because at this point they're explaining how 20,000 years had passed. Godzilla might have multiplied, or anything could have happened. But the point was, they were able to defeat this with an EMP electrical charge, right? So they did that thinking they defeated the real bad boy Godzilla, but nope. Big Godzilla comes up now. Big Godzilla comes up, and it's just like massive. He is huge. He destroys the whole entire soldiers that went down there. Like, he annihilated everyone, to the point where the main guy, what was his name, Harao, he ends up just getting taken out, but he's on the floor just unconscious. And I think it kind of like, well, he's awake, but then it goes to the credits, right? So like, they all lost to this Godzilla, massive Godzilla. But after the credits, so make sure you watch the credits, because at the end of the credits you see him waking up, and next to him there's this lady, but she's got like paint and everything on her, so it's like she's a tribal chick, you know. And then that's when it ends. So I would say that is genuinely the quickest sum up of the film that I could do. I didn't want to spoil too much, even though a lot of what I said there just now probably did if you've never watched it. But I thought it'd be nice and quick with this one. Is it worth watching? Yes. It's a part 1 of 3, if I'm correct. It's a trilogy going to come out. It's an hour and 30 minutes, which ain't long. The animation is done beautifully, I have to say. The storyline was okay. Had a few plot holes, but like, you know, it was done well. It was done well. It's left me wanting to watch this part 2 now. I've got to complete it. If you are a Godzilla fan, I think you'll like this new take on it. It's different to any of the previous Godzillas. If you're an anime fan, I think you will like this, because I would have said this is more of an anime thing than a Godzilla thing. I would have said it's an anime then a Godzilla film, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's just a nice little quick sum up. My first review, nice and quick, nice and easy. So thank you for listening. I also want you to follow us. So follow us at _Lazy Hollywood on Twitter. The same _Lazy Hollywood on Instagram. We also search up Lazy Hollywood on Facebook. We're on SoundCloud. We've even got our own website, www.lazyhollywood.co.uk. Check us out, man. We're a bundle of joy. Much love and peace.